Welcome to yet another edition of Pro Tips Betting. Today, 5th of March, Tuesday. Quickly going through yesterday's betting tips as usual. We had on the safe bet slip yesterday, we had Midtjylland versus Nordsjælland. Midtjylland should absolutely win this one, but it turned out they played a 3-3 draw yesterday. So sadly we lost on that one. Next one, Benevento or a draw. That was Livorno versus Benevento. And here Livorno actually won that one 2-0. The last one was Sheffield United or a draw against Sheffield Wednesday. And this was a 0-0 draw. So sadly a bad bet yesterday. But there wasn't really many games to pick and choose from either, so yeah, that's it. Nothing more to say about that. Today though, another day with bets. Same thing today, not that many games to pick and choose from today either, but we're gonna go ahead and pick the Champions League, the French League 1. Could also maybe take with us the Copa Argentina. Quickly check if this is anything. Should of course be a Argentinos victory, but 170 is good, but this is a cup and I'm afraid it might be a draw as well. You can also see Juniors won the last game 1-0 and 1-1 before that. So we are gonna stay away from that one today. Scrolling further down, we find the Champions League. Can also take with us League 1, maybe even League 2, to do some analyze on those. Also got one here with Rovers versus Sunderland. Then we have the Cup in Ireland. We will skip this one. What else is there to pick from today? Scotland League 1. We got some friendlies. Nothing here really. Okay, so that's it for the selected games this Tuesday. We got done 7 games in focus. Starting off with the first one, Champions League play, Dortmund versus Tottenham. Tottenham being actually underdogs today, paying 360, and Dortmund paying 205. Going over to the head-to-head, we can see that Dortmund has really been in bad form lately. 2 losses, 2 draws, and 1 win. Tottenham though, 1 draw, 2 losses, and 2 wins. The 1 draw was against Arsenal, and the loss was against Tottenham. Chelsea, of course. So tough competition here. You can also see that the first leg the teams met, Tottenham won the game 3-0, and that makes it likely that they will satisfy with a draw today or even a loss actually. So I will personally stay away from betting on a Tottenham win here today. Very open game. Probably gonna be at least a couple of goals, as Dortmund has to get at least 3 goals to go through. Can also check then the odds on above 1.5 and 2.5 goals. 1.5 goal is only 118 right now. A pretty sure bet, I would say. Above 2.5 goals is actually up to almost 170. Could easily be 3 goals in this game, where Dortmund would take the lead 1-0 and then 1-1 and then a 3-1 game. I don't know. Anything could really happen, but a 3-goal match is decent oddsed and very likely. Just doing a quick note for myself on 2.5 goals and also 1.5 goals to maybe put on the safe bet. Next game in the Champions League as well. Real Madrid here against Ajax. The only big thing here, I would say, is that Sergio Ramos is out due to yellow cards, suspended. Real Madrid, of course, big favorites on 161 and Ajax on 525. Go to the head-to-head. Last games for Real Madrid: 2 losses against Barcelona, 1 win and 1 loss and another win. Ajax though, good form in the home league, 3 wins in a row and then 2 losses. Real Madrid won the first leg 2-1 away. Next game is nothing to look at, as this was in 2012. So again, Real Madrid should probably win this game here today, but Ajax needs, of course, goals like Dortmund do to go through. And I would recommend placing a draw game here today on a fun bet slip, or a high odds bet slip, as I like to call it. Voting a draw game for myself. Over to France, League 1. Bordeaux versus Montpellier. Some players on the injury list, as you can see. Quite even oddsed from Bet365 here. Go to the head-to-head. You can see Bordeaux is in a bad form right now. Also been in a bad form the last 10 games. Montpellier though, 2 losses and 3 draws. And this game today, I do believe, will be a draw game. Head-to-head between the teams, Montpellier won the last game 2-0 and Bordeaux won the game before that 3-1. Again, I do believe it's gonna be a draw here today, paying 290. Next game, over to the Championship England. We got Derby versus Wigan. Derby, nothing much on the injury. The Wigan, not much on the injury list, and Derby does have some players out. Derby though are favorites for some reason, paying 2 in odds. You can see here Derby is in a bad form right now. 4 losses the last 5, 1 draw game. Wigan does have 4 draw games last 5 and 1 win. I do have a feeling this will be the 5th draw in a row for Wigan. Can also again here check between the teams that Derby won the last game 1-0 away, and they played a draw 0-0 before that, though this was in 2016. Quickly checking the table as well. Derby on a 7th place with 51 points, and Wigan struggling a bit, I would say. Won't relegate this season, but they only have 36 points on the 19th place. So again, do absolutely feel this game will be a draw, paying 340. Over to League 1. Maybe not the most interesting league, as there are few matches to pick and choose from today. We are going to analyze this one as well. Pretty even oddsed here, 245 for the home team. See the 5 last games, 2 losses, 2 draws and 1 win. Blackpool has 2 losses, 2 draws and 1 win as well. Last game, Blackpool won 3-2, and the game before that was a 1-1 draw. For me here again, also feels like a draw game. Blackpool could even win it. Not much more to say about that one really. I would maybe recommend staying away from this game though, but it does feel like a draw. You can also see the table. Pretty even on the mid-table here, both teams 10th and 14th place. Next and second last game, Cheltenham versus Bury. This is England League 2. Bury being favorites, paying 180. Checking head-to-head, we can see Cheltenham does have 3 losses and 2 wins last 5. Bury does have 4 wins and 1 loss. Between the teams, Bury won the last game 4-1 and the game before that 2-1. So this was in 2015. So only focusing on the last game, home game for Bury, 4-1 victory. Bury should probably win this game here today as well. Like I said, paying 180. Checking the tables as well, Bury are on second place. Will go up to a first place today with all the 3 points, which is again pretty likely. Cheltenham on the 17th. Then over to England Cup game. We got Bristol Rovers versus Sunderland. Sunderland are slight favorites, paying 210. Go to the head-to-head, you can see Rovers has 2 wins, 2 draws and 1 loss. Sunderland has 3 straight wins now, latest games. Decent goals as well, 2-0, 2-0, 4-2. And then they have 2 draws. Sunderland won the last game, which was in February. 2-0, and they won before that as well, 2-1. Sunderland should probably win this game here again today, but this also does feel like a draw game to me, and this I do recommend live betting on, really. Okay, so that's it for the games in focus here today. My betting tips will be on screen in just a moment. And as always, please subscribe to the channel for the latest updates and analysis of the daily games. And also join the Discord community, link in the description. Thank you and good luck with your bets today.